Hello again and welcome. I'm Jim. Thank you for joining me on this video. Short, sharp and quick review as Ubiquiti have just dropped the AI Theta out of early access, and I've had one for a while, so I thought I'd give you a quick rundown and overview as to what I think of it. Now, I can't do a fresh unboxing because I've had this for some time and I've been using it. But this is the AI Theta. This is Ubiquiti's discreet camera for professional installation in environments where you might not want a camera on display. So this is their solution to that problem that I'm not sure who asked, but oh well. Anyway, these are currently £246 of your fine great British pounds. And you can also buy them for about £330 with the speaker module as well. I have them both, so I can give you a quick demo on that. But what do you get for your money? Well, this is the AI Theta module. This is the main control module for the camera. And I say camera specifically because, as you can see in the top, we've got two USB-C style ports. One of those is for the camera, the green one, and one of those is for the speaker, the orange one. On the other end, we've got a PoE port and the reset button. On the back, we've just got a mount, so the idea is that you would mount this somewhere out the way, and then it allows you to mount and run cables to it, to the cameras. Camera-wise, we have got two camera modules that come with the camera. This is a 12 megapixel 360 degree fisheye lens. This again is obviously designed to be mounted upwards in the ceiling, potentially, so that it gives you a full view, very similar to the AI 360 that Ubiquiti produce. And the other one is a 97 degree field of view 8 megapixel camera, very similar to the normal sort of Ubiquiti G4 bullet range, that style camera. So those are the cameras. It comes with flush mount adapters, so you effectively mount these in the ceiling. There's the camera module adapters which screw in to those in the ceiling, and then you slide the cable up through them, or just push effectively the camera module into them things. It comes with, interestingly, two mounts, which I found quite odd because obviously you can only have one camera in one of these modules at a time. So cheers Ubiquiti. And a standard USB-C cable, 2 meters comes with it, not the longest, but if you need a longer cable, just a standard USB-C-ish style cable is what this is effectively. Obviously the ends are specifically shaped, which means that I'm sure if you want a longer one, you will have to buy one from Ubiquiti, of course. Now, just quickly moving over, also to go alongside the flush mountedness is the speaker, because while these have a camera, they do not have a microphone in them. That's what that unit is. So if you want to be able to hear what's on your cameras, you have to buy the audio module. This is a combined microphone speaker, and again, same style, USB-C style cables that go into the orange connector on the module. And again, it comes with a ceiling mount, USB cable, and the adapter for the ceiling mount, which allows you to slot it in and unscrew and screw it back in again. I mean, that is basically all that comes with it. Now, some things that you might not be aware of with this device. Just going to tidy this up a bit. First things first. Obviously, this is quite a substantial size unit. Now, the idea, I think, is that you would have the unit like this either on top of the ceiling with the cables running to and from it, or you'd have these mounted on a wall somewhere out the way with, again, cables running to and from it. Interestingly, though, It's quite a big unit, and they included an LCD screen on it. So what I'll do, I'll get all this fired up, and you can see it in operation. Now we're all fired up, and as you can see, we've got the 360-degree lens plugged in, and the audio module is connected. If you fire these up without the audio module connected, you have to reboot them before they will detect it. So they're not just plug and play, they boot up and fire up accordingly, and it obviously picks up the normal lens or the 360 lens. Just while I've got the normal lens, as you can see, I've got it mounted here in its wall/ceiling mount. I believe they are coming out with a bullet mount for these later on down the line, and some additional lenses are listed, as there's a long range lens listed as well. But you can see here the idea is that you would have this flush mounted into a wall or sunken into a wall, and it allows you to mount the unit flat. Obviously, get the mount pushed in. It has a gasket seal on it, so effectively you've got this behind the wall clamping it in place, so you can drill through the wall, and then it gives you a nice flush mount. What you don't want to be doing, however, is screwing this in after you've pushed it in, because otherwise you'd end up with a very tangled cable the other side. But the idea obviously being that you can mount these with a reasonable sized hole through a ceiling or through a wall, and that effectively you end up with a very, very small and very, very invisible camera to watch over things in whichever way you put it, or obviously if you're using the 360 lens. And the same applies with the speaker. Again, the idea is to be as discreet as possible with this kit. Now, one thing that is worth mentioning early on, this kit does not support infrared. There are no IR sensors with this. There are no IR LEDs. So if you are planning on using this in an environment where it is dark, it's the wrong kit for the job. I've had this sat up here in my lab right next to a G5 bullet, and it sees nothing when I turn all the lights off. So be aware, if you're buying this with the thinking of using it as a CCTV through the night for a shop, not going to work. You need lights for this to work. It's designed to be used during the day in a well-lit environment. Now you join me up here in my loft, where I'm normally doing my recording and stuff from. Don't normally test cameras up here, but I don't actually have a venue that I can sensibly test this that would actually be real world at the moment. So my loft will have to do. Obviously I've got the 360-degree fisheye lens on here, and actually it produces a very good quality image. In full light, you can see I've got this in high quality mode, and it produces a very nice image, in my opinion. And so it should for a 12 megapixel lens. Being the 360 lens, it has Ubiquiti warp option, and then you can use the arrow keys to move around. So I'm going to move around the arrow keys, and you can see there, hello. That's how much of a delay there is on there. And you can obviously zoom in, winch, in on the winch a bit. But so there's my winch. See that? Again, very much like the AI 360, in my opinion. Nice quality at a distance, but when you start to zoom, not so good. But if you have a couple of these on a shop floor, potentially you will be able to do a bit more on that. Soft hatch, ceiling, and again, color pick out. I've got some extremes of colors here, and there's pretty accurate. That's definitely an orange, that's definitely a yellow, and it's very, very like what they should look like. Other than that, being an AI device, this also supports number plate recognition. Although why you would need number plate recognition on a device that's designed to be used internally in a discrete manner, I'm not sure where they're going with that. I think that's just a side effect. It does have a degree of processing power built in, as Ubiquiti say, but again, I'm only going to cover the basics on this one purely and simply because um, it's a very, very niche use camera, in my opinion. The fact that it doesn't have infrared, the fact that um, it requires some interesting installation and it requires bolt-on modules to even have a microphone. Um, would say that this is a specifically targeted camera. Now, not necessarily a bad camera. I'm sure plenty of you out there will have use cases for it, but um, I don't see us selling a lot of these over the AI 360. I think, in my opinion, the AI 360, as well as providing a visual deterrent, the fact that it has the speaker and the camera built in, helps massively. So, again, this is only an overview. This is just me demonstrating a few aspects of this camera, and if you can see a use case for it, then feel free to comment with some ideas down below. I've been Jim. Thank you for watching. I'm sure there will be more reviews of these popping up now and again, but hopefully this has been useful, and I'll catch you again in the next one. Please feel free to do all the normals, like, share, subscribe, comment away, and I'll catch you soon.